Welcome back to the urban farmyard where the city girl goes country. In today's video we're taking a look at a humane collar that can help with training and help to stop your dog from barking. Let's go take a look. Hi guys, well here at the urban farmyard we have 3 dogs and they are dogs who are prone to barking from time to time, and that's something that I have needed to get on top of. Now I am not an advocate of shock collars in any way, shape or form. I don't believe that they're humane and I will never ever put them on my dogs. However, there is another form of training collar which is incredibly useful. So we are going to take a throwback to a video that I recorded a number of years ago and I'm going to show you how it works. Now, back in the day when people were teaching their dogs not to bark annoyingly, one of the tools that they employed was a shock collar. And if you're an animal lover like me, it is something that you would never consider using on a cute little guy like this one. But he does still need to learn when it's okay to bark and when it's not. Now, there are a few tools that you can use to do this. One is just simply being very vigilant, making sure you stay with him and growl at him, tell him off when he's barking inappropriately. But as his guarding instinct increases and his belligerence as a teenage dog increases as well, he's going to be increasingly disinclined to listen to you. So we're using a different tool instead. Now, this is going to look a lot like a shock collar, but it's not. This is actually a Citronella training collar, and it is completely safe and completely free. It is completely safe and completely dog friendly. As you can see, Sherlock is quite keen to play with this, and this is something he's been wearing for quite a while, and it's not something that he's particularly upset by, but it is something that is helping to curb his barking. All it does is it releases a burst of citronella scent when he barks inappropriately, but it only does it at times that I can control. Unlike a lot of collars which are bark activated, this one relies on me being with him and identifying when his barking is appropriate and when it's not. That's really important because there are some times when his barking is really useful. For example, if someone comes onto the property and is potentially going to break in, that's a time that I really want him to bark. We also aren't using a bark activated collar because we have 3 dogs here, and the problem with the collars that automatically activate is they can be set off when any one of the dogs barks. So if one of Sherlock's brothers barks, he is going to get zapped when we actually don't want him to be zapped because he's not the one that's causing the problem. So instead, what I have attached to me most of the day at the moment is this remote control. This remote control allows me to do several things. The first thing it enables me to do is warn him with a beep. So if he's barking inappropriately, I can simply press the beep button and that gives him a warning that it's time to back off and be quiet. And after a couple of goes, he listens to that beautifully. If, however, he chooses to ignore that, I have the option of giving him a quick reminder by pressing the Citronella button. All that does is give him a quick blast underneath his little chin. Thirdly, if he's being really insistent and is absolutely refusing to listen to me, see, you can see he's not scared by this collar at all. He's wanting to come back up onto my knee. Come on, come up. If he's being really insistent and really refusing, then there's a stronger Citronella option as well, which gives him a slightly longer burst. So does this actually do him any damage? Well, Sherlock's not able to talk, but you can tell by the fact that he's still trying to hop up on my knee with the collar. Gives you a pretty good indication that he's not upset by it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to show you how it works. Now, I haven't done this before, so let's take a look. Well, given that I don't have fur, all I've found is that it feels like, firstly it feels wet because there's a little bit of citronella spray coming out of it, and all you hear is just, it's like you hear a little rush of air and you get a little boot of air on your chin. So let's try it again. It's actually quite amusing. Look, it doesn't hurt at all. It is just slightly damp and you just get a brush of air, kind of like someone's blowing on you or puffing at you. So that's all it does. And I now smell beautifully of Citronella. So if you have got a barking problem, this is well worth taking a look at. It is a product by Pet Safe, which is available in New Zealand, but you can also import it from overseas. The ones in New Zealand can be a little bit pricey, but then it's a lot more simple than trying to import them from overseas and get them into New Zealand. So I hope today has been interesting, and I will see you back here tomorrow.